late night.
Do it right. Do it right.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Podcasting's Bradley Bodine, joined with Podcasting's Nick Pedigo, throwing it over to your host, Podcasting's Eric Pedigo. Eric Pedigo, go!
What's up? I'm Nick.
This is how we're going to start everyone now.
Yeah.
Is with Brad.
It's great.
I want to be our Rod Roddy from The Price is Right.
Oh.
Solid reference.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
I like that.
I was going to call you Ed McMahon because he did the...
Is this our outro? Jesus, wrap it up.
There's Johnny.
Yeah. No, I like that.
No, he's going to do one too.
Yep.
Here's Eric, Nick, and Brad.
Hey.
That's us. That's our show. Hey, guys. Happy Mother's Day.
Hey, it's Derailed. Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
To you guys and to everybody that's listening, specifically the mothers, though.
Yeah.
Give them the greatest Mother's Day gift of all time and shoot them our way in the sense of giving us a listen on the internet.
They shot you out into this world.
Oh, God.
You shoot them a link to the
Stop.
to the Derailed podcast. You
guys
can find
stop.
us at derailed.podcast on TikTok or on anywhere on the internet.
There.
I thought-
On anywhere on the internet.
Well, I'll go ahead and we'll start this one off right.
Yeah.
Yeah. On anywhere on the internet. I thought you were about to list all the different platforms, and I was going to hit you with a for all of them. Because I love that sound, you guys.
Sorry I took that away from you, buddy. That is my Brad.
Give me 2 reasons that you're sorry about it. Reason 1?
Well, turns out I'm not sorry after I think about it.
All right. Well, I'd like to move on.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy. It's good to see you.
So
good to be back.
what we are not going to do this week is any sort of a top 5 list that ranks mothers. Because they're all number 1 today.
Oh, my gosh. What a great thing to say.
Here's to you,
From a
mothers.
great guy. Here's to my mom.
Here's to my mom.
Here's to Brad's mom.
Brad's mom. And,
Paula,
and
shout
my
outs.
mom.
My mom, too.
Our moms are listeners.
Yes.
Like, dedicated.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
and also
very nice.
kind of cringy sometimes.
Clean it up a little bit, fellas.
All right.
It's not me.
That's,
You know what?
That's the risk they take.
I'm going to set a goal for myself. I'm not going to say one bad word for this entire episode.
Yeah, right, dude.
Watch
Not a
me
chance.
not. Watch me not.
Literally, okay, is dick a bad word?
Yeah, okay.
Because
if-
your topic that you sent over, one of them was not trying to be a dick.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think
so-
he's talking about a private investigator. Nick, not-
yeah, I don't want to be one.
No.
Okay, I think
what even
people-
goes into that? Like, how do you? Is there a class?
becoming a PI?
Yeah.
I guess it's just whatever credentials you feel like you would want to offer in terms of like salesmanship. You know what I mean? Somebody's like, would you investigate this? And you're not going to be like, well, I've never done it.
So last night,
That was fun.
Brad and I hung out.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you did.
Yeah,
I was.
tell us.
I could have been jealous.
You had a schedule,
But I was not, because I had a great time with my beloved Brethany. Shout outs. Brethany, I love you. And we had a great time, and she's a great girl, quite frankly.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
Brethany.
Happy
Brethany.
Mother's Day.
But Bradley came over as well as a few members from our family, and we watched WWE Backlash.
That we did.
Yeah.
That we did, Eric Pedigo. I'd like to say you had a fine spread, buddy.
Well-
as always, and I enjoyed it.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about to start things off is food. How we like to talk about food.
Yeah.
On this show, and I made burgers on the Blackstone. And
Did you smash them up real good?
I didn't need to because at Aldi they have boxes, and I was like, I'll try it. They're frozen like smash burger patties,
Okay, so they come pre-smashed.
pre-smashed.
I love
dog.
a good smash burger.
And so I just threw them on the Blackstone. I never got them before, but I was like, we'll try them. They were good.
Did
They
you
were-
I'm sorry. Did you thaw them out first?
No, bro. You go
just toss
straight
'em right on there.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
And they turned out really good. But my kids, their favorite kind of burgers, and I make good burgers, but their favorites are the ones that you make ahead of time. You assemble them, cheese, bun, wrap them in foil. and stick them in a crock pot for like an hour.
What?
And they taste like something you get from the baseball diamond, from the
just-
concession stand.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to keep them warm. You're not like cooking them in the crock
No,
pot.
they're
Like, okay, so they're already
They're already all
cooked
cooked
and
everything.
prepared.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
then you crock pot them up, and they just come right off the bone. I bet, huh?
you.
God damn it, you're a fucking funny guy.
But you know how if you go up to the sushi stand and you're like, "Let me get a burger,"
Yeah.
they just give you a burger, and it's like it comes out of a heating bin or something.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's all the same temp, and it's become melded together.
Right.
Bun,
It's
cheese,
awesome.
patty.
Yep.
And for some reason,
That's so good.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
dang it. I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
so,
what
crap.
it is.
So, Brad,
I suggested in our group chat foods that you like prepared shittily. And it turns out there are some. I liked those burgers a lot because
Yeah.
they take you to a place.
Yep.
I had brought up my grandmother's mac and cheese last night.
Oh.
It's not an artful creation by any means.
Which grandma was it?
I don't know, Nick. Which one?
Well,
would
I
you
want to
say
know,
is?
was it Grandma D or Grandma B?
It was Grandma D.
Grandma B, shout outs.
Right. Well, she's passed on, so she won't be listening. It's
Shouting
really,
her out.
it's really weird that you bring that up.
I'm shouting her out.
Anyways, my grandmother's
how do
mac
I
and
feel
cheese,
right now?
not great.
Okay.
Eric, gotta go, and
No,
me either,
I
buddy.
agree. Yep.
Me either.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go cry because I miss her. Anyways, the other one's mac and cheese. Is you cook up some noodles, right?
What the hell was that? I'm sorry, Brad.
It's okay. It's just noodles, butter, milk, and cheese, and you mix it all up, and there you go. That's the end of it. There's nothing special about it. It's prepared shittily, but I love it because I grew up with it.
Yeah, and it's you're exactly right. It's that thing where it's like, oh, this tastes like me being happy.
Right.
You know, this
Oh.
tastes like me feeling safe.
Jesus, that
This
got
reminds me
dude.
of eating food when I had not a care in the world.
Right? Yeah. Pre-internet food. I love it.
This tastes like not being responsible for anything.
So I have one.
Okay, yes.
This tastes like not being responsible for anything. It's solid to say,
yeah.
by the way. Just cheap nachos.
Sure.
Bad
Okay.
chips and just, nacho cheese out of that pouch thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Love them.
But it's got to be nacho cheese.
Well,
too
yeah.
many places are doing this cheddar cheese sauce
bullcrap.
nonsense. They're like, you want jalapenos? I'm like, no, I want my fake cheese to be spicy automatically.
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, so get away from this cheddar cheese crap.
Yeah, it's some
Give
bullshit.
me the nacho cheese like I want.
We're cheese sauce connoisseurs in this area as well
Yeah.
because we're blessed with a certain geographically distinct dish locally called a horseshoe, and one of the ingredients is cheese sauce. So a lot of people around here have a lot of thoughts on what a good cheese sauce is.
Absolutely.
Look it up. Our listeners in Staten Island, look that up.
Yep.
Right, Staten. That is one of the few things where it's like, you know why it's not so bad around here is because of all the different delicious cheese sauces.
Yeah.
Right.
There's bad ones that are still pretty good. Cheese sauce is like pizza and sexual intercourse. Even when it's kind of bad, it's still pretty good.
It's
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Like
Still
pizza
pretty
and
good.
sexual intercourse. Everybody's got one.
Yep.
What do you mean by that?
What? Everybody does.
Yeah,
I was trying to think
it grew on me.
of of something, but there's not much that I like that is prepared poorly. I don't microwave anything to cook it these days in my life. Even
Right.
like frozen food that it's like microwave instructions. Like, might as well not even print that on the bag. That's icky. Don't do that. But I thought of last night when we were sitting here, hot dogs.
Yeah, I was reluctant to bring it up because I've been absolutely ripped to shreds about hot dogs on this show before.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is one of them for me.
Do you microwave a hot dog and eat it?
Yeah. I'll do microwave hot dogs. Yeah, fuck.
No,
freaking.
dude.
Dang it, I said
You
one.
did. I knew that would happen.
Shit.
Might as well
Fuckers.
just let them all out now. Let them fly.
Pissing. I'm pissing. But yeah, like, the best way to eat a hot dog is off of one of those rollers, I think. That's my favorite hot dog.
I
But,
think that
Better than
is-
a grilled?
yeah, I don't really
I'd
like
say-
them.
I would say it's at least one of the superior ways of cooking a dog.
I think it provides that outer snap, man, and it just makes
Yep.
them.
I'm a grilled guy.
I can agree with that.
Have you ever air fried a hot dog?
Yeah, I have.
Dude.
Sounds
They're
crazy.
solid
They're
for sure.
really good.
Sounds crazy. Now, Nick, I would like to say that I too am, a grilled guy, but I can agree 100% with your roller sentiment.
Yeah.
Cooks it well, like you say, gives it that snap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a hot dog.
And it's a hot dog. But
dog's hot.
If I'm in a rush and not really trying to cook something for the evening,
Don't want to bust out the hot dog roller.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't want to go buy one. I'll just toss a couple in the microwave for about 30, 45 seconds and put them on a bun. I also will kind of steam my buns.
Yeah.
Right? And
That's
then
your bees.
it's like, this is passable. And that is food that is prepared shittily.
Well, my anaconda don't want none unless you steam buns, hun.
Our hot.
I meant.
Can you-
Yeah.
there it is.
I like that one more.
Can you put hot dogs in the conversation with sexual intercourse and pizza, where everybody's got one,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
and also still good even when it's bad?
Even when it's not very good, it's still, pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
Like hot dogs, I think I don't want a microwave hot dog, but you know what I'll do?
Eat
Like,
one.
I'll
still
eat one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not going to be like, what is this garbage?
no, I'll eat one.
God dang it, I love hot dogs.
I'm trying to think, there's not much. I like to just cook food good. It's so
Same.
much better
If
if you just cook it good. But those burgers might be the only real thing. I will, on occasion, I will have those, like the Easy Mac things that you get. You just put a little water up to the line,
Oh, like
mac
the
and
little-
cheese.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Throw it in the microwave and then put in the powder and mix it up. Like, that's not really prepared.
Well, I mean, but check it
shit.
out. Okay, so here's when I say prepared shitty, I guess I'm comparing it to something like you would get from a finer restaurant or something that takes a lot of effort. Like
Or
you
so-
can make a shitty spaghetti by boiling some noodles and throwing some jarred sauce in there
Right.
and throwing some meat in there and then doing your thing to it that makes it special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Making your spa peggy and meatballs.
Oh!
Peggy, Hank of the Hill.
You know what I mean? Like we all have our own favorite spice combos and things like that to zazz up kind of everyday things. And I would still include that spaghetti recipe I just did as a shitty way of preparing something.
Right.
Because you're not necessarily going like above and beyond to dress this thing up.
Yeah, you're getting it to where it's presentable and it makes you feel a certain way about the world before the internet.
Right.
So, keeping along the food lines.
Yeah.
I sent you guys a picture the other night.
Oh my God.
Braylon and I went to Chipotle, and we were in line waiting to order our food, and I was trying to show him the TikTok that I made of him calling during the podcast.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah, it's
by the
pretty
way.
funny.
Yeah.
And I was trying to show him, and he was trying to watch, but he was like, "Sorry, I'm distracted." I'm like, "What?" He's like, you don't," and he looked down, and the guy in front of us. And I snuck a picture. But I don't know if that's legal. It might not be. I didn't get his face.
His face
Well,
wasn't in
it
it.
depends on if you're selling it,
Yeah.
True.
I think.
Well, I maybe could.
Somebody will buy it.
But he had on shoes with. They were toe shoes.
They were toe shoes.
Toe shoes, yep.
Each individual toe had its own sleeve in this shoe.
Yeah.
And then what color were the toe shoes?
They were flesh colored.
What?
Were they, and like, yeah, flesh colored, but like, were they also flesh printed? Were there like,
It looked like there were little toenail imprints on there.
Right.
Almost. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very weird.
it
Yeah.
was like, is this guy wearing a bit right now? Is he like, look at my
Did he lose
shoes
a bet?
that look like bare feet?
Maybe that.
Maybe he lost a bet and he had to go out in public with these ridiculous, horrendous shoes.
But I think there are like health benefits
No.
to those. No, there's a real thing. I'm not joking.
Sure, in the sense of exactly what you're alluding to is like, is it better because it simulates more of a barefoot walking, which is good for the spine, as opposed to having like flat-soled shoes that are bad for the spine?
I don't.
Or is he wearing a bit like those knee-high socks you've seen that have a solid background color, but then there's like a chicken leg printed on them? And it's
Right.
like, holy shit, does that guy have the legs of a chicken? Oh, no, that's just his socks.
Have I met a chicken man today?
Right? Turns out, nope, just the socks.
They make chicken people all of a sudden?
Is this guy wearing feet shoes? For feet?
All right.
You know, I don't even know, Eric.
So toe shoes can offer potential benefits like promoting natural foot movement and reducing the risk of certain injuries.
To the goddamn spine.
Yeah, I don't care enough is the thing.
However,
Okay.
They may also present some drawbacks, such as requiring a gradual transition period and potentially exacerbating existing foot problems, and they look dumb.
I bet
And they look dumb.
I bet you
for
get
sure.
hella calluses from them.
Yeah.
Like it toughens up your foot more than when you got to bust out that cheese grater more often.
Like there's no way they're comfortable, right?
Nah.
I can wiggle my toes inside my shoes right now. I'm doing it right now.
I think it depends on if you're like a dirty hippie or not.
Right. Yeah. That would
Like
make
if you're
sense.
normally barefooting.
There are health benefits to drinking warm water too instead of cold water. But
Yeah.
guess what?
Gut health.
I don't care enough. I'm going to live comfortably and happily. I'm going to wear regular shoes and I'm going to drink ice cold water.
And you know what? That's the America I believe in.
That's the America I believe in,
Having
too.
the choice to do either way.
Yeah.
You know?
Ice cold water just tastes so much better, but room temp water is good for food digestion and metabolism and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Don't care enough.
Don't care.
I think that's great and more power to you if that's how you live your life. But I love myself, dude. And I want myself to be so happy and so comfortable.
Do you know what's not necessarily good for your health is beer?
Sure.
And you made a keen observation about how cool a can looks.
Oh, yeah. We hung out with our boy Ryan the other night. Shout outs.
Shout-outs.
Ryan,
What up,
shout
Ryan?
outs. Here you go. Ryan. Check it out, dude.
Shout-outs.
He infamously loves horrible IPA beers. He brings them over. He takes a drink. He's like, God, it's awful. And we noticed that.
But I know I'm supposed to like this. So
Right, yeah.
It's actually good.
We noticed that the cans are always really cool looking.
Right.
And it kind of just, it's like the cooler the can, the dumber the beer. you know?
The dumber.
In terms of taste.
Yeah.
This
Like
tastes dumb.
those yellow jackets, a cool design, sure. But for the most part, fairly basic.
Yeah,
Right?
they're very
Then you drink
simple.
it and it's like, okay, that's beer. But he's got like fucking sugar skulls and like, there was like a blue
with
bear on it.
sunglasses. It's called Neon Grizzly or something like that. But
cool looking. Like if
yeah.
that beer can was a poster, I'd put it on my wall and
Love
I'd
it.
look at it when
Yeah.
I was at my house.
if it had a band's name on that poster, I'd look to see when the show date was. And
Exactly.
then still not go, but
No.
I'd certainly be curious about
I would at least know when the show was.
it. Right, so I could avoid that place.
But there is a direct correlation between awesome looking can and beer that tastes like a wheat field.
I had said it the other night. They have to sell so much of that sizzle because
Yeah.
there ain't no steak.
Because the
to it.
steak is like just real bad tasting.
Yeah, it's a bad steak. All there is that's appealing is the sizzle of it.
I mean, we're back to the IPA thing, right? Because this is an IPA.
It is.
IPA cans
This is an IPA issue.
notoriously
Yeah.
have very like loud and aggressive artwork all
Right.
over them.
Right,
Well, you got to get
there
people to
it's-
buy them somehow. So
Yes. And so my only contention is because I'm with you, man. IPAs suck.
so bad.
Love you, Ryan. They suck.
Love you so much. The beer you drink is
Great-
like, what are you
great
trying
dude.
to prove?
Yeah.
Who's that for?
It's like
But-
if the designers from Tommy Bahama
Yes, go
and
ahead.
Affliction got together and decided to make beer can art, and
Yeah.
that's what we'd have.
There we go. But my beloved Hand of Fate out of Petersburg, Illinois,
Those don't count.
they make really
Yeah.
cool looking cans
Absolutely.
with really neat artwork.
Yeah.
And the beers are delicious.
I cut one of the labels
I'm looking
off
at
of
one
that
right now.
Yeah,
It's
me too.
not overdone though. It's
No.
not like look at my neon pink and blue.
Yeah, doesn't look
It's
like
just-
fireworks are going off in the background.
Yeah, it's just here's a cool kind of design for it, and they keep all that theming consistent throughout all their flavors of beverage.
It's really cool.
IPA cans look like they've been on a Coke bender for 2 days.
yeah,
There's so much. It's like, oh God.
Yeah,
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
overload. And it's like, what's it taste
It's-
like though?
it's fear and loathing in Las Vegas.
Right.
the beer.
Grapefruit and grass.
IPA cans are the Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort.
The beer. Yeah, I cut the label off of a can of
Oh no.
Hanover. Hey, try to say that though. A can of Hand of Fate.
Can of Hand
Can of
of
Hand
A
of Fate.
can of Hand of Fate.
Can of Hand of Fate.
And all right, well, you guys are good
Yeah.
at talking good. And I cut it off, and I cut the logo out of it, and I stuck it on my guitar. That's,
yeah.
That's how cool their logos are.
Yeah.
So nothing but love from Hand of Fate, please sponsor our show.
NBL.
My wife got me a hoodie for Christmas from
Oh,
Hand of
that's
Fate.
dope.
And
it's
I would
awesome.
rock one.
Yeah, you would.
Sponsor
It's
us in
awesome.
that. Send us some hoodies. I wear a size large, black.
I like the Double Bean Dream logo.
I wear a
because
size
it's-
black.
because it's a queen holding a double neck fucking electric guitar, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'm gonna use this.
Looking at one right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Love doubles and I love beans.
The other day, me and Brethany, shout outs, Brethany.
Oh, what up?
We were looking at, anyway, too many details. We were looking at some shirts, and she was about to order one. She's like, I think I would be like, I was like, yeah, I'd be large, obviously, in black, you know. And she's like, yeah, I think I'd be like a medium brown. And I was like, you're a medium brown. That's funny.
I had one of those this
right.
morning.
You got, all right. Fucking poop talk, huh?
Yep, we've devolved.
See, Brad, what me
That's-
and Eric were doing was cute and veiled.
Mine was incredibly veiled too.
Yes,
all
it
right?
was. Yeah, no,
You did great, buddy.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
I
Brad, you're great.
I wanted to make it through an episode without diving deep into the poop talk, but
Sure, no, I'll cut words. I'm done.
but it's okay.
I started off.
No,
It's funny.
buddy, I'm
one of
finished.
those.
I-
What you did was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
all good.
I'm
It's all good.
finished. I wiped. I'm done. You know?
All right. Okay.
All right.
I the other day, for whatever reason, I was thinking about, and I texted it over to you guys, crazy firsts in American history or human history. And it's like the normal thing of, well, who was the first person to just drink some cow's milk?
Right.
And that's
Like-
everybody has asked that question.
Person was
Like-
probably into some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Or check it out. It's like that guy's sitting there, doesn't have any water, and he's fucking pissed because he's real thirsty. He's like, fuck, I wish I just had a drink. Got this fucking calf over here getting to drink everything it goddamn wants, and I'm a human, and I don't have a lick of nothing to drink. And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to give that a shot.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's just
And then he
see.
did. And now I put it on Honey Nut Cheerios these days and eat it.
I love a good honey nut.
there are
Cheerio.
certain things, like, who looked at a big body of water and was like, you know what, I think I can maybe not die out there.
I'm gonna get in that.
Let me see if I go and just do this with my body.
Yeah.
If I can not die. Who was the first person to be like, swimming? I'm going to, you know what? Watch. Well, hold on, watch.
I
I was
can pull
thinking
this
about
off.
this. I was thinking about this. I'm just going to.
I just gotta kind of flail when I'm in there.
Right.
Do you guys see how easy this is?
He's like, check it out. Okay, step 1, I walk into the water. Step 2, keep on fucking walking
Yeah.
and just see what happens.
Right.
All right.
Pretend like you're flying. Just flap. Oof. All right, that's fine.
There's certain
No,
things.
flap, dude. I love flaps. I love
flap's good.
Flaps,
Yeah.
flapping.
Yeah.
All things I enjoy.
Let's call it water flapping. But there are certain things, like, who was walking through nature and saw, like, a marijuana plant and was like,
I want to set that on fire and
if
bring
I
get the smoke in.
roll this up in a different leaf and then light it on fire and
Right.
then breathe it in.
Yeah.
Oh my
think-
God.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
I
Right.
think
Now I'm high on
Yeah.
we can semi-Brad science it here and dive into that one a little bit.
it. Dude, dive, bro.
Maybe somebody just needed some fuel for the fire, all right? And then here's some dry brush. Turns out happens to be some variety of hemp. All right.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, get the fire started with that. And guy's like, all right, my name's Roger in this scenario. And then he grabs the
Probably
fucking
a guy
plant.
named Roger.
Yeah.
Fucking oof me real
get him.
quick. I tried to say gly. Thanks.
It was probably swag.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't
sure.
good weed, but he smoked the whole plant by trying to light it on fire successfully.
And he's like, you know, all of a sudden I'm kind of hungry and I don't think my dad's as much of a dick as I used to think
Right.
he was. Yeah.
Also, music is awesome.
Right, dude. Keep playing those drums, please. You guys are onto something. I really think you guys can make it big someday.
And everybody
tribal
had
drumming.
the best night in human existence that night.
The first good night in human
Right.
existence.
Those folks
right then
felt
and there.
that's the first time joy was felt.
Yeah.
As far as firsts go.
So the first guy to smoke weed ultimately led to being the first guy to feel joy.
I'm sure that other things made humans happy.
No, it's Brad science, and we got there. We figured it out.
What about the first time someone fell asleep? How terrifying do you think that was for them?
Oh, they're just a goo goo gaga baby, buddy. But that's really funny.
They were mid-burial.
Oh,
He's
God.
like, wait,
Oh, God.
wait. That one was temporary, dude. I'm good now, I think.
Imagine it a week later when everybody's still like, guys, we keep dying and coming back. I don't get
Crazy.
it.
The gods must be upset.
I can watch you die and come back to life.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Did you guys think of any when I sent that over?
I thought, I mean, it's kind of like what Brad was saying. Like, well, they obviously fell asleep when they were babies. Like obviously it happened several times before, but
Right.
it's funny to think of at some point there was a man caveman
Yes.
and a woman caveman, and he's like, I think this could go in that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
The first people to make love.
This is an interesting design.
Yeah, they're like, huh. It's almost like, well, I got the male end. And
I mean, you've got 11, but this one seems to be the right fit.
11. It's 10, dude.
Callback.
It's 10, right?
Name them.
Name 'em.
So,
We went through it again the other night
Did
after
you?
we had been drinking. Yeah, it's 10 holes. It all makes sense.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah,
very
'cause
easy to count.
Because I only have the 9.
Right.
so we don't really. It's
It's
more
a whole
fun to just
no,
leave it up
no,
to,
just leave it. Yeah, leave it in the air. I think. How about the first guy to fly an airplane up high?
Oh.
All right.
That was scary.
And then it inevitably went south.
Mm.
But for a minute there, he's like, "This is great." And then for a minute there, he's like,
I wish I wouldn't have done
"Hold
this.
on." He went. So the engine peters out or whatever, and he goes, God damn it. Because he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And then poor guy, I imagine he might have just glowed back to Earth.
What about
Glowed.
What about the very first radio station? Did anybody own a radio to listen to it?
Right. Or was he just listening?
Why would they buy a radio if there were no stations?
Whoa.
Why would you put out a radio station if there were no one to listen to it?
Right.
Oh, my
right.
God.
You can imagine being that first dude to ever broadcast radio, and finally, you hit the button, the on-air light comes on, and he
Right.
goes, car crash noise, fucking horn blaring. This is 98.7 The Best.
They just jumped immediately into wacky FM.
Yeah, that was the first radio show ever. Yeah.
But nobody owned a radio.
Next up, we have George Orwell with War of the Worlds coming
Oh,
up on
God.
78.7 The Fuzz.
Same with TVs. Like, how does this stuff work? It's like people are out there like, listen, I'm going to produce these shows with these cameras.
We got to figure out
Well, who's going to watch them?
something to put it on.
Beats me. No
Right.
idea. There's absolutely no format for us to get this out,
Right.
but let's just do it.
Let's get them, though.
Right.
Right.
Interesting little side note. What the fuck is that sound?
Yeah.
That's
Interesting side
the
note.
shower upstairs.
Okay, we're good. Interesting side note, one of the most successful and original successful things on television when television first became a thing was professional wrestling.
Wrestling.
P-Dub.
It's cheap to produce and easy to distribute.
P-Dub. It was either wrestling or something that inevitably had puppets in it back then.
Puppets.
People fucking loved puppets, didn't they, folks?
Absolutely.
Still do.
God, love a good puppet.
big puppet fan.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Fucking
That's
show
a
me
lie.
some howdy doody any day, and
I
I'll be
don't-
like, huh.
No, I'm good on. Well, I don't like ventriloquists.
Well, yeah, no, there's a creep factor there.
I don't like ventriloquists in general, but I love their puppets.
Fair enough. Wait, just throw one of them under the bus. That's awesome.
Right, Jeff Dunham. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Just kidding. He's
I'm
dead.
not.
Rest in power, King.
He's alive.
Did he die?
Oops.
Oh,
No, he's alive.
That's my bad.
He's
whoops.
Who was I thinking of?
alive.
The Amazing Jonathan?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lionel
right.
Richie.
That's a straight up RIP for real.
Yeah.
Amazing Jonathan.
Yeah, I miss him.
Real bummer.
I'm,
Start over.
so I am. I'm hesitant, but I want to see where this goes.
Okay.
White people, 50 Cent. Was that for the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am convinced that the whitest that a white person can ever be and can ever sound is when they try to say Curtis Jackson's stage name in any way, shape, or form. Because check it out. I'm about to sound real white. You ready?
Yeah, yeah.
I love 50 Cent.
No, you can't.
Okay, let me fix that.
That sounds bad.
Let me fix that.
Okay.
I love 50 Cent. Nope. I just can't say it without sounding like the whitest white dude. in white history.
I think part of it is just the confidence in saying, yeah, 50 Cent. Just say it like that.
Oh, you love 50 Cent? Me
No,
too.
You can't say 50.
His shit's dank.
You definitely should keep saying that.
I'm down with 50 Cent.
Right. I just call him Mr. Jackson because I have some fucking respect.
Yeah.
I
And
think-
you put that on his name
Yeah.
when you say it.
When you pronounce it with like, when you super enunciate 50 Cent, then it's, but if you just say like 50 Cent,
50
it's not
Cent.
that bad.
See, you said it too cool.
Yeah.
You said it cooler.
That's what because
Listen,
you can.
Hey,
It can be done.
let me analyze you real quick.
I'm teaching
You said that.
teaching you something, white people.
You said that cooler than you are. You did.
Not true.
You did.
I'm awesome.
You're really cool.
You
I
are.
didn't say you weren't cool, but I did say you said that cooler than you are.
Yeah, just
Agree
take
to
the
disagree.
compliment.
I'm
Eric.
down
There you go.
with
It's a
50
compliment.
Cent.
No, see, you, you,
Okay, you're
you
right.
say it
Dude, 50.
less cool than you are.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Wow.
See?
Wow. Kings build each other up.
And that's how you take a compliment.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck. Dude, that was not a compliment. What he said to me, not a compliment.
No,
100% a compliment.
No.
He said you're 98% cool, and
Yeah.
you said something that was 99% cool. And that to me sounds like, hey, buddy, you did a great job.
My
I don't
coolness
see
matched
any other way to take that.
my pronunciation of everything perfectly.
I don't know. Well,
Bro,
hey, let's give Big Fidd a call and see what he has to say about
Big
it.
see?
Fidd. Yeah, that was white as fuck. Yeah. Big Fidd.
Big Fidd.
Tell you what, though. Tell you what.
He calls me Bradley. He
Please
asked
do.
me. He's like, oh, do I call you Brad or Bradley? And I said, well, you can call me Bradley, Fidd.
He's in your phone
and
and
he
it's just
said-
F-I-D.
F-I-D-D. There's
Okay,
two Ds
couple
in
Fidd.
Fidd.
Couple D's.
Yeah.
I about said couple Fidds. So
Couple-
I'll go
couple
ahead and-
Fidds?
I'll go ahead and... Anyway, hey, we're all cool guys.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. We're just three cool dudes.
Inarguable.
But we are white guys, so we're inherently not
Also,
that cool.
inarguable.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just not very cool. But I am very much down with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
The proof is in the pudding.
I smell pudding. Is that you, Ja?
See, that was cool.
Yeah, dude.
Could have been cooler.
So
You ever thought about being a rapper?
Nope.
what you just said to me about saying things cooler than I am,
Yep.
it's kind of a dick thing to say, and I'm sure you were not trying to be a dick.
Nope. Yeah, another one of my things. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That dude,
I'll take it.
you came hot and heavy
Yeah,
with
you were on
with the
fire.
date night with
So stupid.
the
Still cool though.
with the topics this
I
week.
get
I
it,
did.
Eric.
I
There we
did.
go. There was
That was not I did not mistake my words.
Oh
no.
I missed what
that was
happened.
that was
Listen back.
I was doing that thing where I wasn't really paying attention to what you were saying because I was trying to think of funny things.
Yeah,
to
you
say.
were just
I'm
Listen
waiting
back.
to talk
I'm
instead
like-
of participating in a conversation.
I'm like,
yeah.
all right, how do I start my bit? Okay, let's see.
Happens to me all the time. Anyways, Eric made a great joke about release.
Oh, talking about.
But we're talking about being a dick, not what dicks do.
I noticed that anytime somebody says, I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, it's not that I'm trying to be a bitch, but
Right.
it turns out, yeah, you are.
yeah,
Because
no,
it's always followed by something real shitty,
Right. Now-
dicky or bitchy.
yeah, now I'm not racist, but
Oh my
you know
God!
what I mean?
along
yeah.
those lines,
Then,
yeah.
then you're gonna say something horrendously
Yeah.
racist.
Then you're gonna say this specific thing about this specific
Yeah.
group of people really grinds my gears.
Yeah,
You know,
it's with all due respect, and then you say something very disrespectful. You know what I mean?
I mean, it all stems. What the root of this is? No offense,
yeah,
right?
But I'm gonna offend you.
but yeah,
Yes, offense.
I'm gonna tell you something about you that I don't like.
but those
No
toe
offense.
shoes.
But I can't
yeah,
think of an inoffensive way to state my feelings right now.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but I can tell you're bad at parenting because your son's a coward.
Right. I was trying to think of something, dude, but that was perfect.
Yeah,
That's
it's
about as
hard to
perfect as
top
it gets.
I'm not trying to be a
coward.
bitch. I'm just saying, like, it's weird that you have a bad relationship with your dad because you are like the exact same person.
Oh,
That was a
Sounds-
bitchy thing to say.
that sounds
You are trying to be a bitch
Oddly
when you say
specific.
that.
oddly specific.
I've
Oddly
never
specific.
encountered that once in my life.
Lean back.
It's oddly specific.
No, I don't understand why people do that. Just if you're not trying to, then just don't be.
Right. It's easy.
Like,
then just don't say whatever comes after that because
Yeah.
you already know. It's one thing if you don't have a filter and you just say things and you are a dick and it's
Right.
like, Jesus, this guy doesn't really think about what he says first. He just says dick things.
Right.
And then you have people that are like, this is going to make me sound like a dick, but I'm going to still say it.
Right.
right. At least there's a hair of introspection in there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're on the right path. I think I would have a lot less road rage if people in traffic were like, I'm not trying to be a bad driver, but I am just going to go ahead and not pull all the way into the turn lane that I'm turning
Right.
into.
Yeah.
I at least would be like, you know what, that's okay.
It's never. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I got you a bunch of these beer tokens. I'm actually about to take off, man. It was great to see you guys.
Yeah. Right?
Not trying to be a bitch, but I'll give
But
you a
here's
ride
something
there tonight.
nice. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you look really nice tonight,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It just,
yeah.
the outfit just kind of pulls everything together.
With all due respect, your new haircut is solid. Like, you look great. That's
Yeah.
never what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, not trying to be a dick, but I'm not. But if I was, I would.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. Little observation.
Yeah,
Fun, fun little observation, and that's how you do a podcast, ladies
Hell
and
yeah.
gentlemen.
No,
It's been
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Fellas,
I'm not
I enjoyed
trying
it.
to-
That's it, huh? All right, 36 minutes.
I'm not.
It's a new record.
I'm not. Hold on. I've been working.
Everybody know ain't no point like a Diddy cat.
How
You
did I
hit
do
the Diddy
that?
Party one again.
God,
Let's go
dude.
for Diddy Party.
I don't mean to.
It's where your finger naturally
God
rests.
dang.
Right. I'm not trying to be a bad cook or anything, but I, just cook meats on high heat without any fats or oils or anything.
Ugh.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, that
I was
sounds
really
awful.
trying to work on that. There's
Yeah.
a bit there somewhere, which
Okay.
is I'm not
there?
trying to be and then it goes from there, but it's just normal things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't sure about that one, were you?
I'm not trying to be a laundromat, but I'm going to wash these clothes.
Okay, there you go.
You know, you see
found
where
it.
I'm going?
Yeah. I like that a lot.
I want to hear more along these lines.
I'm not trying to be a daycare center, but if you drop your kids off here and leave them all day and then pay me for it, I'm freaking cool with that, brother.
Right. Hey, you go to some sort of family gathering or party, potluck style thing. You go, no, I'm not trying to be a cow pasture, but I'm about to fill myself up with all this bullshit. Right? We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
The block is hot.
We're
That's
getting
funny.
there.
See,
red
no,
hot.
That didn't sound cool when you
See?
said it. Yeah.
It's because I'm a white guy.
Oh.
Not very cool.
Well, you know what? We
Ultimately.
can always run it past Fidd.
Big Fidd.
text Fidd for us.
So we strive to be a comedy podcast,
We do our best.
We certainly try.
and we talked about this on our group text. Microphones or not, this is how we communicate with
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if it's funny, awesome. We're glad. If it's not, don't care. Then you wouldn't like hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Not trying to be a dick, but
There it is.
But
But he just said something very
Right.
dismissive of your feelings.
yes,
Right.
So,
yes. But
Alienating.
my son Jason and I the other day were having a conversation about comedy movies,
oh, yeah.
and we were talking about, man, they haven't made
Nope.
good comedy movies in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
what
there's been a
happened?
few sprinkled in, but back in the day, dude, they were coming hot and heavy.
They were churning them out.
Right.
I do have an actual answer.
Yeah, let's. Is it because it's not? I don't think it's what everybody thinks it is.
Okay, well, what does everybody think it is before I say
Cancel culture, woke,
No.
Woke
go woke, go
Hollywood
broke.
bullshit.
No, it's not that.
It's not
mine?
that.
It's not that.
No.
It is because just like you were saying, for a while there, they were just churning them out. And they were churning them out because they're relatively cheap to produce, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's not a whole lot of big budget comedy movies. And for a while, they were incredibly successful because, especially like in our heyday, it was like Will Ferrell movies, John C. Reilly movies, even going further back, Sandler movies,
Right.
All the Mike Myers stuff.
We
Yeah.
had like comedy eras growing up. You had the Farrelly brothers doing their block of movies with Tommy Boy and
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber and stuff like that, right?
It
Then you had the Will Ferrell stuff
Mm-hmm.
and Vince Vaughn stuff, all the same kind of deal. And then you had like the Apatow era.
right?
But going back even farther, because I'm a little bit older than you guys, but I can think of like early to mid 80s, and it was still they were
Yeah.
Caddyshack.
Yeah.
And
Eric's like,
all the
"Wow,
Chevy,
dude,
all the National Lampoon stuff.
Can't wait for them to remake Porky's. Yeah. That's what Eric's thinking.
But still, they were putting
Yeah.
out comedy movies.
And
Animal House.
They were quality.
Yeah,
Here's
John Candy stuff.
Oh,
Steve
dude.
Martin, and and it never stopped from literally my lifetime, the 80s
yeah.
through the 90s. I mean, early, mid, late, they were just churning out funny movies that people still quote today.
Yeah.
Up until the early 2000s,
Yeah.
and then
I have an answer.
nothing. Okay.
Okay. So it became super oversaturated, right?
Sure.
Because movies like Old School and Anchorman, and even I would say the last like good theatrical release comedy was The Hangover. Anyway, these movies are incredibly successful, and they're like, well, people love going to see comedy movies. Let's make a fuck ton. And they started making like the Spartans movie, and the really shitty like satire spoof movies. Not
Yeah.
another teen movie. Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about?
Scary movie, so on and so forth.
Yeah. I would put the first Scary Movie in that was a good
Some of
movie
those are
category.
fine.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
Scary Movie 2 is where Strong Hand comes
Right,
from. and
exactly.
Yes.
There's
that's
good stuff in there.
It's when you get into the thirds.
But
and
they
fourths.
overdid it.
They overdid
Yeah.
it, and they made so many of them that just flopped so hard
Right.
that it was like most of those would have been fine if they were straight to DVD. Then they would have found their audience. But instead, they spend all this money and they send it to all these theaters, and they do not get their money back.
Right.
And so the studios are like, okay, well, comedy's dead.
Right.
We're
So-
not going to make funny movies anymore.
Certainly a factor there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think people are geared more towards like big blockbuster entertainment when you're going to the theater for something like that. Like you want to be going to a Chris Nolan or Michael Bay kind of thing because
Right.
you want the bombastic kind of nature.
You want
It
the
needs-
experience.
it needs
Yeah.
to be big. If I can add to what you were saying a bit, Nick Pedigo
You may.
and Eric Pedigo.
Please.
I agree with that. Certainly a factor, what you were saying, right? And then as well as what Nick said, I think the whole landscape has changed with streaming services and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now instead of getting funny movies,
Get a lot of shows that
you
are
can
awesome
make
now.
more money making a funny series
Yes.
like Danny McBride's done with a dozen fucking things, the latest of which being Righteous Gemstones, right?
Yeah, I got him.
for
I got
that.
him. I got him.
Jesus.
Hold on, Brad.
God.
Wait.
Let's just stop.
The Righteous Gemstones.
Quick aside, real quick. I'm very sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
I can honestly tell you, like, Danny McBride is like my hero.
Yeah.
No, he's so
He's
good.
fucking awesome.
So good.
Anyway,
We
continue.
we can.
But it's like Pineapple Express happened,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then that was maybe that last kind of big breath for comedy
Yeah.
there. That was comedy's dying breath, was that kind of era in movies. Now you make more money off of selling a series to a streaming platform.
Yep.
And the line between films and TV is so blurred and gray now because
At
you
this
can just
point, yeah.
have limited series or an actual series like Gemstones and so on and so forth. And there's more money to be made doing a dozen episodes than there is putting out one movie. And you may be able to get away with it cheaper if you film on Tyler Perry's ranch in Georgia.
Is that a real thing? I know they do a lot of Georgia stuff. Is it a Tyler Perry thing though?
So Tyler Perry, for real, yeah, built his own studio and stuff like that, and that's
yeah.
how he's able to crank out the movies he does at the price points he hits,
Which
that's
aren't
why
good.
he's- Right? Sure,
we go.
Yeah. Sure.
Hey, those aren't funny.
I'm not saying they are.
Right.
I'm just saying that's how he's been able to do it, and they allude to that a little bit in Righteous Gemstones, kind of riffing on that a bit.
Yeah.
With the Gemstones having their own studios.
They have tried to make. There have been attempts to put out comedy movies, and some of them have been okay, not bad. Jennifer Lawrence just had one, where she was like dating a college kid. It was
Oh yeah.
Oh,
easy,
yeah.
Easy A.
Yep.
and it was funny, right? But I don't think that's what
He's
it was.
wrong.
Yeah,
But I think it was on purpose. So I'm not
Yeah.
going to hit it.
It was.
I'm not going to hit it.
It was funny, but it wasn't something that, dude. We would watch these comedies
On repeat.
like 35
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
You know, like how many times have I seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Oh my
Really?
God.
How many times have we seen Talladega Nights?
Oh,
Right.
It's even
God.
later in the timeline.
And then it's not that they haven't. I mean, there was a Jay and Silent Bob too. Saw it once. Kind of
It's
disappointing.
like had waiting on DVD and watched it a million times because that was when it came out. It was the funniest comedy at that time.
It was really good. Hey, real
Yikes.
problematic nowadays, boys.
And a lot of those are. If you
Yeah.
go back and watch them,
Well, like I mentioned, Porky's a minute ago, and it's
Right.
like troublesome
Yes.
viewed through the lens of today.
Yeah.
These are troublesome things.
Revenge of the Nerds has straight up a date grape scene.
yikes.
Yeah. Whoops. And
Oof.
people are like,
Are you talking about like
Take
when
that,
he's in
jocks.
the Vader mask and stuff?
Yep.
I don't know if that's date grape.
well,
but
she
it's-
thought he was someone else.
She thought he was someone else for sure. Yeah, but nobody drugged it. I'm not trying to defend Revenge of the Nerds. I'm just saying date grape isn't the term there. It's something else.
grape.
Also, which is not good. Yeah,
Yep.
certainly misconduct. That's 100%
There
for
was-
certain.
I think there were also to just really, really try hard to get off of what you guys are talking about.
Right,
now.
yeah. Good idea. Good
I
idea.
think that there were these like combinations that like the right people at the right time met the other right people. Will Ferrell, Adam McKay, and
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly, Judd Apatow, and the whole thing. You know, it's like certain people came together as far as actors and producers and writers and made these really great comedies. And I don't think we have those combinations now. I think the
No.
closest thing we have is Danny McBride, and he's focusing on TV shows.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
And they're great, and I love them.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would also, dude, if they came out with just a Righteous Gemstones movie,
Oh, my God.
Sure.
just a 2-hour epic.
They need to.
Yeah, they're not gonna though.
I'm
They've
not.
already asked him. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'd rather do a live show, he said, where we do like a live show. We travel around and we actually rent out like super churches and
Oh,
do.
my God. I would go see that.
I would go.
And
well, I would want to go see that.
the
and
whole
then I
cast is on board too.
Yeah.
They're all like, yeah, okay, we'll do that.
God damn it.
But he
Hey,
doesn't want to write a movie.
did you guys ever watch Vice Principals?
We did. We watched some of it, and now we're gonna circle back around.
Do it.
since
Right, 'cause
Righteous
that's-
Gemstones is over.
That's kind of where Judy Gemstone's actress comes from.
Yeah,
there
and
a
Walton
little bit. She
Goggins.
was-
And yeah, and Uncle Baby Billy.
like it's kind of the advent of Gemstones.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because like hardly anybody watched it. Hardly anybody I know, and it's like one of my favorite things he's ever done. That show was so good.
Well, because that came out like at the end of Eastbound and Down, right?
Yeah,
So
pretty
I
shortly
think-
afterwards.
I think what happened with that is people were hoping for another Eastbound and Down, and it's like, well, this isn't a continuation of that,
Right.
You know, and so maybe it didn't sell as hard once people saw it. I think that's what happened with me when I watched it.
Right on. Well, it's
Yeah.
a great show. It's
Yeah.
a great show. Yeah, watch it now.
We're gonna watch it.
Great show now.
We're gonna watch it.
watch it right now.
Tell us about walking through crowds. We already know you don't like being around people.
No. It's not about that though.
Okay.
It's I went to a thing for Rocky's school recently, and I've noticed this in other very crowded places like the zoo or the mall.
Wow.
Some people are very, very polite, and if there's a big group in front of them walking at a slower pace, they're just like, well, this is how fast I'm walking now.
Okay.
I am not that way. I find gaps. I penetrate. I get to the motherfucking paint.
Date
You know
night.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Did you say date night after
Yeah.
I said the word penetrate? That's really funny.
Scheduled.
But and like I kind of realized like I feel bad for my kids because they don't. I'm like, we're just gonna keep going, buddy, and I'm dragging Rocky by the wrist like we're just gonna get right past these motherfuckers. And I don't know if there's something wrong with me or something wrong with everybody else who just decides I'm gonna let these strangers set the pace at which I walk through this building.
No.
It's up to me, right? Oh, I want to walk faster than all 12 of you.
I can tell you where that stems from
Okay.
because I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's so easy. Just get around them.
And we used to go to Talladega multiple times a year
yeah.
to watch we'd go twice. We'd go watch both races in Talladega, Alabama every year for a while. And there was like 100,000 people there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And you had to park, 3 miles away from where you actually went to watch the race. And as a family, we went through that crowd like we were Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
And
The Rainbow Warrior, dog.
yeah, and you had to keep up. You've been drinking cold beer since 7 a.m.
I hadn't.
No,
I
you
was
were
like 12.
quite young,
Yeah.
but you had to keep up with us.
Right.
And we were weaving in and out, and Chris would set the pace.
Yep.
And we would all have to go, and we would all have to follow and stay up. So I do that now. My family's like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
hey,
It doesn't have to be this way. It's like, yeah, but it can.
why are you racing these people?" And I'm like, "Because we're gonna win.
Yeah. That's what it is.
We're gonna win this walk to wherever we're going."
I'm going to beat the crowd to over there.
Yeah, and if there's a hole, you
penetrate.
take it.
You penny it. Yeah.
You penny it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, though, is people's lack of spatial awareness and people's lack of, there's other people in the world.
Right.
There's like, let's take up the entire aisleway with all 12 of us, and we're moving at a snail's pace. Oh, who's that behind me? Is it Nick Pettigo? Well, fuck him. We're not going to move out of the way. But what I'm going to do...
Yeah, you're gonna
What I'm gonna do?
You're gonna shoot the wad or shoot the gap.
gonna
Find the hole and shoot the
I'm going
gap.
to shoot that gap.
Date night.
All right? And Rubbin's racing. All right.
I think it's important to treat walking in public places like you do the interstate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Slower traffic, keep right.
Right.
Don't block up both lanes.
Elephant race.
Right, because you're allowed to go whatever pace you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Just don't prevent people from going around you who may be in a little bit more of a hurry.
Right.
Or who just have a weird thing in their brains that makes them want to walk fast.
Yeah. Well, let's get there. You know?
Right.
You know what I'd like to do? Get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's it.
I'm not going to say date night again, but
Go ahead.
date night.
Ooh, somebody arrived.
Tell me what you think of this, because
Okay.
I've been putting out TikToks for our show, but then I also have another TikTok page where I talk about my realtor life.
Yeah.
And I put some clips from my podcast out. I also will just, film some stuff.
Yeah. I really
you,
like your other channel, dude.
I
Thanks,
do.
bud.
Saw you replying, I guess, to some comments.
That's
and
what I
stuff
do.
like that, and I'm like, man, Eric, you're so gosh darn graceful.
Yeah.
Is
Well, that's what I do.
about you.
You go.
I was just going to say your channel is educational and entertaining. It's a good watch.
That's what I shoot for. I don't use TikTok for my listings because TikTok goes all over the country. It's
Right.
not very localized. And so, you can tag your location. You could say, hey, I'm in Springfield, but it doesn't matter. It goes out to everybody. And there are people out there who hate realtors.
Yeah.
They're just, because we're in sales, and so they just hate us.
They think you're scumbags.
And that's fine.
Sure.
Because it's a very, very, percentage-wise, a very small number, but they are a vocal minority. And what always happens is somebody will comment and say, you guys are nothing but used car salesmen of houses or something like that. And then so I'm like, hey, I've got some friends who sell cars.
Right.
Great dudes.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
We need cars.
Yeah. Well, what are we supposed to do? Just find them?
You go to a car lot, and then you get mad that they come and say, can I help you?
Right.
If you go to a restaurant, you get mad if somebody doesn't come up and say, can I help you?
Yeah.
But you
Right.
go to a car lot.
Service around here sucks.
Right. And they're like, hey, can I help you? And you're like, oh, God,
Yeah.
don't try to sell me something on a car lot that sells cars that I willingly drove into.
Right. That makes sense.
What do you think? I'm interested in purchasing a vehicle? You snake.
And I'm like, why does everybody hate car salespeople so
Right.
much? Now,
It's like,
to be fair,
Should be fair.
I have, because we bought a lot of cars, we have kids, and everybody drives, and I have encountered car salespeople that I despise and that I
Sure.
think are just greasy, no good pricks.
Yeah, I've encountered dentists and then other professions.
Every field
Yep.
has that.
Yep.
But man, do the car salespeople take an absolute thrashing from the public.
they do.
Just to where when you compare anybody that might be kind of sleazy, you immediately compare
That's
them
where you
to
go.
used car salesmen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
What did they do?
Hey,
to
man,
you?
A lot of these people are just
Right.
they're just trying to pay their bills
Yep.
and take care of their kids.
Sell some cars,
Yeah,
you know,
like be
help
nicer to
you.
those guys. They're not that bad.
Yeah, fuck.
You wanted a car.
Right. You came to this place willingly.
They're not driving to your house in one and knocking
Yeah.
on your door.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Interrupting date night
I got a real nice 2006 Nissan.
to be like, you finished? All right, good. I want to.
Do you, knock, knock, knock. Hey, pardon me, sir. Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior 2011 Nissan Sentra?
Like, come on, man.
You know what? This one's for the used car salesman.
Give them a break.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck you.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
No, that's what they always get.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Hey.
We're trying to be nice.
Whoop, my bad.
What the
Love you.
Love you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Sell cars.
They
It's
didn't do
all right.
anything wrong. They did their job.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, used car salesman, eat a fucking delicious goddamn blueberry muffin or something. Maybe with a little melted butter on top. It'd be really good tasting.
Now, here's
you
the
deserve
thing.
I thought you were going to say dick.
In any
I
sales
would
job,
never. I don't talk about penises.
In any sales job.
any sales job. No, I want it's a weird like juxtaposition of from Brad talking
Juxtaposition.
about penises.
Right.
No, I was
Me
saying
talking.
I don't.
He
do
was saying
that.
he
correct.
wasn't talking about penises.
Ah,
Yeah.
my bad.
Don't get it twisted, especially your penis. I don't talk about penises. Anyways, please.
You can't try to sell somebody something that they don't need or want, or try to make it sound like it's better than it is. That's what lands you that reputation.
Right.
And as a realtor, I don't do that.
Right.
I'll be like, this house kind of sucks. Let's maybe go find a different one
Yeah.
for you. So,
Or at the very least, this is not what you're looking for.
Yep.
We clearly see that now.
Yeah.
Let's find something better.
which is the key to sales, is you can get one sale or a lifetime of sales. And you get that one sale if you just focus on selling something to get paid. You get a lifetime of sales if you focus on what's best for the people you're working with. Not funny, just a fact.
Yeah,
and
God damn
helpful.
it, Eric Pedigo, you have so much decorum. It's practically coming out your eyeballs.
So I was sitting in the Meijer parking lot the other day, getting ready to go in, and a guy comes out, and he's mid-20s, mid to late 20s. He's got the short shorts on, the hat, the T-shirt. You guys have seen this guy
I know
before.
who he is. Yeah.
Has
Hey,
I can see him.
braidable amount of thigh hair.
A couple of yes,
Real
a
tan legs.
a couple of arm sleeves,
Yeah.
tattoos,
Uh-huh.
and just a hearty mustache. I don't know how to even just a real good one,
Like a real push broom of a
yeah,
mustache.
just and it's listen, it's okay. I'm not going to shame anybody for what
am.
they look like unless they wear toe shoes. But
Yeah.
how much longer do we think the mustache fad is going to last? I know we've talked about mullets on here before, but
It's crazy, right?
It'll come and go. It'll
Yeah.
wax and wane.
It was an actual popular facial hairstyle forever.
Yeah.
And then it became really weird and cheesy, like, I'd say mid 90s to about 5-10 years ago. Then people started growing them ironically.
yes.
And then now I
Yes.
think it's just
Yeah, no.
Now
it's
you
just
have a
back again.
mustache.
The college kids love having a pedo stash. It's the wildest thing. They look like Stanley Tucci in The Lovely Bones. Was that Tucci?
You have a seat
That
right
wasn't
over here
Tucci.
for me.
That was the dude who looks like Tucci.
I have no idea.
I get them confused. Anyways, everybody has a Ned Flanders push broom these days. The youngins.
Yeah. And it started, like you said, as an ironic
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Look at-
oh,
look
bro,
at my
look at my
mustache.
stash.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah.
now
I shaved my beard, but I kept the mustache for the weekend. Isn't that funny?
it's just a thing.
Well, that's the thing is the young adults think Jeff Foxworthy is hot, right? So like that's why you get mullets and stashes like that now.
Yeah.
Like,
Go
you
ahead.
go. Well, I was going to say, it's weird because women, I don't think, do fashion trends to be ironic and funny.
Nah.
That then turn into just what happens. But we've seen this with the mullet, and now we've seen it with mustaches.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so this is what you have to choose from, ladies.
Right.
You know, like if women brought back giant perms and shoulder pads just to be funny, and then it became a thing,
Oh, God.
I think dudes would be like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. It sucks that you look like Delta Burke.
even if you are Delta Burke.
I wasn't going that far. She's great. Is she still alive?
I don't
I think
know.
she passed,
After I said
actually.
that, I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I should edit that out, but I won't.
I think she may have passed.
I will leave it in there.
Yeah, it's
Date
a
night.
weird date night. It's date night. It's a weird. It's like having a spiky mohawk.
Yeah.
It's very much. Look at me. Look at me, dude.
Right.
I don't stand for that. I don't stand for. Hey, everybody, look at me. I don't know how else to put that. I'm sorry.
We used to stand for that, though. We would.
Mohawks?
No, not
specifically?
mohawks. Just everybody look at me. I mean, we got up on stages and performed.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
not
So,
with
like,
crazy
That's different.
spiky hair and fucking mustaches.
That's like,
and,
but it's
Well,
like,
you know,
look
you'd-
at my art.
you'd
Hear
color
my
your
art.
thumbnail, and we'd put on show-worthy clothes, most of us, and fucking
the thumbnail was a point
things
of
of that
intrigue.
sort. I
Brad.
get that.
I want to tie this in. The gentleman with the thigh hair and the short shorts and the push-through
Oh, yeah.
mustache. Kind of beer you think he drinks?
The same kind that Ryan drinks.
Love you, buddy.
Bad. Real bad. Love you. Hate your beer.
You
Bad
guys-
beer. Good
Yeah.
dude, bad beer.
Great dude. Awful beer choice.
You guys, I thought of a game.
Oh my God.
You want to play it real quick?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
games.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Okay. All right.
His laugh, dude.
This game is Red Hot Chili Pepper lyrics.
Oh God.
I want to tell you what I wanted this to be,
Okay.
but it didn't work.
Ah.
But I can still do it.
What?
I thought maybe if I just put the word California in my text and then did the smart autofill,
Right.
like hit the middle thing,
Yeah.
if you guys would be able to determine if it was Red Hot Chili Pepper lyrics or just me doing auto words.
But yours are always going to turn into like real estate.
Yeah. Yes. Right. And it's like California houses
Right.
are okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, no.
California will probably make an offer.
Yeah.
Is that one of your favorite lines to drop when you're selling a house? Is you're like, hey guys, houses are okay.
Yeah. Hey, they're okay.
Houses are okay.
And so instead, I pulled up my friend Chad.
Chad.
Love
And I
Chad.
said, Chad, can you please write me a song in the style of Anthony Kiedis? I want to play a game with my friends on the podcast. And Chad said, oh, that's a great idea. I got you. So
Chad's one of our biggest fans and supporters.
Chad gave me some real lyrics and some made up lyrics.
Okay, sweet.
And it is up to you guys to determine.
All right.
Are these real?
I'm excited about it.
Are these Anthony
we-
Kiedis or are these Chad?
Are we shouting our answer out?
Yeah, this is going to be very loose.
It's time to play the game.
Somebody keep a scoreboard. I'm ready to whoop Nick's ass,
Don't-
dude.
Okay,
Don't
I'm not
look.
looking. Yeah, honor code.
Sunset shimmer on a one-way ride. Surfboard sermon in the high tide sky. High tide sky.
That's
Hit
Red
the
Hot
gimme.
Chili
That's
Peppers.
Anthony Kiedis.
Twist that pepper till the rhythm gets wild.
he's
Neon
talking
angel
about
with a
sex.
motel smile.
Talk about HJs. That's Anthony Kiedis
It's
for
got to
sure.
be.
That's Chad.
Chad, that's a great.
You did a really good job.
Shit, this is gonna be hard. Okay, twist that pepper, something with a pepper. California. Go ahead.
Flying on a rhythm that I can't unfeel. Midnight deal in a lemon peel. Echoes in the valley where the daydreams go. Funky little shadow and a rock and roll glow.
Chad.
Yeah, that's real.
That's Chad.
God damn it.
That's one Brad.
They're all gonna be Chad. They're all gonna be Chad. Here we go.
All right, game over.
That one's too easy.
Okay. Okay.
Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation. Little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotes.
That is
that's
Red Hot
real.
Chili Peppers,
That's
yeah.
Californication.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
even
yeah.
stuck it in the title of that song.
China.
Psychic final in the red. Right? Is it that song?
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in 101 piece.
I
sucks.
know for sure.
That's okay. So
Ding
that's Red
ding
Hot
dong
Chili
dong
Peppers.
ding 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 dong dong ding dong.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I want to talk about that one for a second, guys, because is it blatantly outright racist for Anthony Kiedis to have the lyrics in that song where he goes, That and then it goes,
be careful.
Right.
Be very careful.
We've all heard the song, right?
Yes.
Is that blatantly racist, what he did?
No,
there?
I just don't think he could think of words, and he was
Right.
freestyling.
Yeah, and that's how he did.
Echo in the canyon, rhythm in my shoes, dizzy from the glitter in the Malibu blues.
God damn.
She said, "Don't cry, baby. We were born to ignite. California kisses in the pale moonlight."
That's
That's
Chad. He would never mention Malibu.
Right. That's Chad.
Is Malibu in California
It
or
is.
Florida?
It's
Oh, okay.
in-
I'm stupid. My bad. I was
it's in
thinking
California.
I was thinking Miami.
Golden Gate fever and a peppermint grin. Slide through the static with original sin. California whispers in a motel bed, painting all the roses in your sunset red.
Good lyric.
Chad.
Good lyric, but Chad.
It's got to be
That's
Chad.
Anthony.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I suck at this.
Just kidding. It was Chad.
Yeah, I'm great at this.
Man, ripping down a dingus on a midnight ride. That's my Anthony Kiedis.
He's a great singer,
Yeah.
and some of their songs are some of my favorite songs ever.
Yep.
But for the most part, the absolute silliness of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is too strong to ignore.
Right. And I imagine their socks don't smell that great.
Well, they've been on
once
their dogs.
they take them off. We went in the same direction
Yeah,
there,
well,
buddy.
yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think we were all three on the same page.
They
there.
did
Yeah.
the sock thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to say their socks smell like dick balls.
They smell like underballs.
Dude. Like the back side, the worst side of the balls.
When they played
The dark side of the balls. dude.
when they played that abomination that was Woodstock 99.
Yikes.
Flea didn't even bother with the sock.
No.
He just went out there butt ass. And he did some clacking towards
He
the
just
end. Did you
flop
guys know
dogged
that?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Flea's
did a
out
little
there
bit of
just,
clacking.
just BND, letting it flap.
Yeah.
It sounded like this.
Huh.
That's what it sounds like when you slap it against the bass. He wasn't using his hands anymore to play.
Oh God, William Murderface.
Right.
So,
That was a fun game.
yeah, it was.
liked
It
it a
was
lot.
a fun game. I
it a
agree with you. They have some songs that I really love.
Oh, yeah.
All of his lyrics are just nonsense.
Even in the great songs.
Yes, nonsense.
Still just bull crap.
Right. But I was like, you know what? I wish it would have pumped out some better stuff if I just hit the autofill.
Right.
Because I was like, it would be so hard because it's just words.
It's nonsense. Yeah. It's just whatever. He looked for. Here's what it is. I just figured it out. Here's how Anthony Kiedis writes a song. It's the same way that I write songs sometimes. If I try to approach something lyrically, I think of the syllables and the syncopation first, right? Before I have any actual like ideas for words, I'm going bip bow, red up bow, skip it out bow, and then he does that,
California.
and then he's like, and then I don't know, I'll say whatever.
yeah.
He puts a lot of work into the actual music of it. And then he's like, and then, I don't know, we'll start with California, obviously. California baby grinning with
Go ahead.
the Moxie.
The Moxie.
Great job.
Yeah. It could have gone. So maybe his job is harder than you think.
Nick, you're great.
Guys, I don't have anything else on the list.
You don't?
I don't. I mean,
Wow.
we're an hour 8 into it.
Well,
I mean,
okay, well, then maybe we all just kind of shake hands and smile at the camera and...
I have a few things to say.
Okay.
All right, fuck me then, I guess. dude.
First one's for Eric.
Oh,
Eric,
have Mother's Day?
you're a really cool white dude. Brad,
Yeah.
you're a really cool white dude.
Thanks, man. So are you.
We're not that cool, though.
Oh.
I don't know. My best friend just told me that I'm a really cool dude.
You are
who
very
just
cool
happens
dudes.
to be white. At least on the
just-
white scale, I land pretty cool.
It's just for our coolness sake, it's unfortunate that we are so white.
Why you got to make it about race?
Right, dude.
Go woke, go broke.
I'm going to have to talk to Fidd about this.
I enjoyed it, fellas.
Happy Mother's Day.
My new best friend is 50 Cent, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Mother's Day, all the moms out there.
I'm doing production.